There we go. Hello, everyone. To those just joining, to those who have been waiting, and to everyone watching things back on the VOD, whether it's here on Twitch or on YouTube, depending on when you're watching this. Welcome back to another stream, and welcome back to Game Dev. Now, last time we got a good chunk of the texturing done for our enemy character, and I'm pretty happy with how this is turning out so far. There is, of course, still bits that need to be sorted out. There's still, like, other shading tidbits and whatnot that need to be added to the, like, 2000 texturing. I need to correct this because, I don't know what I was doing at that point. Don't remember why I did it, but I guess I was just trying to find where it was. Maybe, not 100% sure. But I do need to... I'm trying to think, because we'll get there when we get there. Anyway, I'm not sure, like, if this thing I found will actually be good. There's for music. This one is 5 hours of pure video game box for locking in. Which, I guess, cool thing. And I'm making sure that's coming through on Opera because, for some reason, I accidentally completely, like, hid the visibility of the track that I used for, like, the audio capture from Opera for the start of stream somehow. So I had to, like, I thought I accidentally deleted it, so I added it back in, then realized, oh wait, I just hid it. So, not exactly what I thought was going on there. I also should open the engine. Oh, brilliant. U project files not associated. What do you mean U project files not associated with this launcher? It's just Unreal Engine. It's just Epic Games Launcher being a bit finicky. Right. Now, trying to think. Brain. The project. Unreal projects. Oh wait, no, I have GitHub. I'm making sure that I have the project open first, just in case I decide to do anything like importing anything into the engine. So, just in case. But yeah, no. While we have that loaded in the background, so I'm looking at the shading that I've done so far, and I've done decently. I've done a decent job with it so far. I'm wondering if I could adjust the shading so this is like pulled back a little bit more, because I feel like this isn't necessary, and also it kind of strays over where like the underside ends, and that bugs me. So where is the... yeah, there. So that is partly to do with this. Oh wait, and that was for drawing lines. Alright, I remember now. It was stroke method, there we go. Space, right. Alright. To be fair, that already makes it look a bit better, even though that's kind of like angled like that. Should adjust that ever so slightly more. And do this. Okay, no. Okay, that actually might be a bit better. Okay. So take this, do this, throw that there a little bit, and bada bing, bada boom. Bob's your uncle, that's all sorted. Now, project's open. Yippee. I already had originally imported this model just to do things to scale to see if it matched up correctly with our player character. In a way, I can kind of get rid of... What? Wait, why do I have multiple red... What do you mean I have another one? Where is this? I have no idea. What is the... What? So it's just got a whole bunch of, like, references to just actors that aren't there. Right. Weird. Anyway, so I think for now I can get rid of this. I'm safe in getting rid of this for the time being. Namely because I don't really think I'll need it. I also feel like it's... I have no idea what's going on with those. It's a bit weird. Anyway, because eventually we're going to be, like, re-importing it with, you know, its new textures anyway. You know, it'll actually have a bit of, you know, presence rather than just being a blank white mannequin. So, that's my aim with that. So, clean that up on the back. Now, I'm trying to think of how else, because... Would this be... I feel like it's kind of difficult to pin down what else needs to be done in terms of shading. Hold on. I really feel like I should look at some characters from the PS1 era just to sort of get an example, so... I'm namely looking at... I don't know. Hold on. There might be something that I'm kind of missing, because it... Like, of course sharpness is fine, but in terms of, like, emulating the, like, Spyro and Crash and whatnot, it feels a bit too sharp, and I wonder if I can correct that a little bit with the airbrush? Okay, right, that's not right, that's not what I want. So, space, it might, I might have to adjust the fall off. This is just experimentation now. So if I was to do it like this... that's kind of a bit more like it. Hold on. of course I'll need to adjust the radius for the brush, just so I can try and get it a bit right. Gosh. It feels like... I don't know. Or it feels like it's not actually doing anything. Hold on. I mean, it probably doesn't help that there's still, like, these little bits here that are kind of... there. So, clean those up, because it makes it look a bit bumpy. Oh, whoops. Do that. I feel like down there definitely needs a little bit of shading. Maybe. See how it... Where is it? Like... did it put... Yep, it put me in orthographic view. Ah, no! Right. So, I want it in orthographic view so I can actually directly see how things are looking. So, if I do that... So that's not visible. However, that is. And I think I want it to be, like, roughly visible there. So there's not too much of it that can be seen by the player, but... Oh, god damn it. And I completely forgot about the whole... One, it's the color is not carried over between the brushes, and two, I'm also remembering now that the stencil doesn't actually act as a bloody thing, so maybe not do that. But now I'd need to do the same for the back. So I need to try and find... I can't select it and sort of copy and paste it. Oh wait, I can. Oh wait, no, that's clone. How does this... Smear, draw... I guess, if I wanted to blur things, I guess smear could work rather than trying to paint over things again. So, I might try and use that as a bit of an angle, but... Right orthographic, left orthographic, top, front... Control 1. Oh, yep, no, I see the problem. So... if I go into layout, go into object mode, select these. So I don't need these there anymore. Oh, brilliant. I need to... okay, there we go. Now if I do Control 1, now we have the back orthographic view. Because it's funny, because there's like left and right orthographic, which are both bound to their own numbers on the numpad. But in order to look at back orthographic, you have to use Control and then press 1 on the numpad. It's a bit weird. Right, okay. So, back orthographic. Crying out loud. Right. And now... I've lost it again. Space. So... oh, whoops! Oh yeah, and then there was the upper side, lower side. So... yeah. Found where things need to be, so if I do that, that's a bit higher. Throw that there. Right. And then I can sort the rest of that out. Okay. Oh, wait. Whoops. Oh, ah! And dropped up. I forgot I was online. I was online setting, not on space. Now, I'm hoping, because so, at the end of my stream on Wednesday, at the end of my New Vegas stream on Wednesday, I did say, before today, I would try and look into figuring out how to get, like, weapons and stuff, like, kind of attached, and, you know, hence the title of the stream. Now, I kind of have an idea of how to do it. Not exactly a clear one, but it's a bit of an idea of how to do it. So this is kind of a learning curve for me as well. Even though it doesn't really need to be unnecessarily difficult to learn. God damn it, I forgot. Where is the thing with the line straight down the middle? Where are you? I'm horribly blind. And that's for the sides. So, L this side. Bloody. No. And that's the bottom. Right. Okay. Because rather than it just being, you know, like an abrupt, like, straight line and then just the shading there, I want there to be a bit more, like, leading into it, I guess? So that space. Oh gosh, sorry. And then we already have the side, but where things are, I cannot remember. Right. That is there. Cool. Line. Oh, that's way too high. That's gonna bug me. Oh, whoops. Okay, I'm not doing a good job of getting, like, these rogue pixels. Hold on. Wrong one. I really went on the thing, clicked on the drop down and selected line again, even though I'd already had it selected. Good lord. Right, so that should be fine aside from the bottom, because that still needs sorting out. And I might also experiment with using the smear to see if I can get more of the effect that I want. Because you never know, it might actually work out pretty well, or it might just, you know, not do anything positive for the texturing, so... And then we've got the line down the back, and I can't remember where it is. I'm just gonna doodle, and then... Oh damn, we're just going to meet your herd from Sonic Adventure 2. Oh, found it. Do, 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 do. Right, so that's too much. Right. Right, too much. I swear, every single time it's a bit too much. That'll work. And then space. Now, I'm looking at this, and I'm wondering if I also need to do more in the... in the ways of sort of giving some outline bits to how, like, the armor would sort of shift and lock and whatnot. I'm not sure. upper side. But then again, might be completely wrong. Ooh. Oh, gosh. There we go, I'm fine. Right. Yeah, I really don't know what to do at the top here. Like, of course it's like, oh, this is, like, easy enough, that's... Okay, this is where it gets closer, so I don't know if I just... I mean, it wouldn't work if I was to add, like, skin color, because then it would just be like, oh, this is just kind of plonked in the, like, the middle there. Like, if I was to... Like, let me demonstrate, for example, if I was to do this... Like... I don't think this is... Yeah, no, this isn't looking good, so... I'm gonna completely undo that. So, at the very least, I demonstrated why I didn't think it would work. Now... Let's see. Was there a thing I did not get rid of that? So I can find where that is, because I am terribly blind. There. Because there's that bit there that I need to get rid of, because that looks odd. There we go. And there's no, like, I suppose, dimension in terms of, like, oh, it splits down the middle and curves towards, like, both sides. It's just, like, angled. So, not really much point in trying to draw a line down the middle, because that doesn't really apply here. Now, let's see. Ba-dum. I mean, this part along the arm, I don't have, like, any of the little screws, rivets type stuff along it. So, wherever that defined line for the arm is, which To be honest, I cannot remember where it is. Even though, you know, it's across multiple different parts of the texture. And I am just absolutely terrible at trying to find it. It would be here, of course, one of them. Really should label this as... Now give him bipolar and a copy of Stardew Valley. That's fucked up. Why would you do that? Hello, Nick. Right, where is it? I'm... The worst thing, you know it's true. Just to see where this is as well. And whether or not I have got it on the wrong side. Incredible! Absolutely fantastic. I got it on the wrong side first. Ah, God. Whoops. To be fair, I do also forget that I can just hold control and then, like... I hate it when my skin is inverted. I do forget that I can just hold control and then, like, hold middle mouse click and just zoom in and out like this. Okay, I got it right the first time there. Now, I think that's all of the arm done. Not sure it's not. Damn it, I was almost done with the arm. Don't know where the last part is. Where are you? Let me just scribble. And then that should help me find it. It's here. There we go. Hey, wait, this isn't the car, no! Oh no! Hermit Purple! That's all I've been seeing. That's all I've seen! On either the Twitter timeline or on Instagram or elsewhere. It's JoJo fans latching onto a new one. And it's the fucking dub. The fence meme is fucking amazing, and I'm... Everyone, get in the car! We're leaving this town! What? Wait, this isn't the car! Oh no! It's all I've seen! It's every single... Oh god. The escalator... Oh yeah, no, they've been doing the escalator one too. But it's mostly been the fucking... the car... It's been the fence, mostly. It's mostly been the fence. I've seen a few of the escalator, but mostly the fence. Why is Joseph Joestar so perfect? He is the image of perfection, and we will never be him. We can try to and hope to be like him, but we will never be him. It's as simple as that. Is that the outside? That is the outside. Because now I don't know how else I want to shave, like... Happy Urupicone. Happy Urupicone. Never forget such classics as the secret Joestar technique of running away and Zipper Man. We have a fence in the gameplay. I could add a fence, or I could add an Easter egg to something that disappears and turns it into a fence. Speedwagon. Fucking Stroheim. Like, why did he have to say Speedwagon's name? Like it wasn't needed, but I guess he needed Speedwagon to be afraid. He needed Speedwagon to be afraid. Even Speedwagon is afraid. He couldn't withdraw coolly. Bro died in the Battle of Stalingrad for that shit. And look at us now. Waiting for eventually every piece of Part 7 to be animated. German science is extending your consonants. Right. Anywho, I don't think that. Considering the fact that there'll be emotion, and if part of it is shaded and part of it isn't, and it constantly clips in and out of like this part, it would look kind of awkward. So I'm going to leave that as it is. Now, what was I going to do? Oh yeah, smearing to see how this would look. I feel like it would definitely help out with this bit here. So let's see. I want to see how it looks when I smear part. The sadness I felt that Joseph didn't have a transatlantic accent in parts 3 and 4. Then just became full on just. If we're talking dub, then we're just saying, yeah, talking about full American. Okay, that's not what I want. Oh yeah, we basically. Oh yeah. Right. Just had to double check. Just had to double check and confirm that. Also, I feel like this is down to radius. So increase the radius to 4. The dubs of parts 1 and 2 are spectacular. Yeah, it feels like from what I hear, the dub for part 1 and 2 are great, and part 3 is where they kind of give up. At the very least, that's what I hear. The fact that part 5 didn't have the main cast with the silly Italian accents. We have Zipperman and fucking. Like, fucking look back at part 2 with Susie Q. I'm trying to think. My brain's stuttering. Or brain stuttering, brain's buffering. That's the one I was thinking. Yeah, no, I'm not liking the effect that smear is having on the stuff. So I'll probably skip that for now. And aside from just like the underside, there's really not much I can do with that. So I'd say texturing's done for now. Now the next part I need to sort of figure out is making a sword and a shield, because I want the knight to have a sword and a shield. So if I go back into layout, do that. And I guess I'm going to have to bring this back up to the bloody... And really, I only need one of them up here. Ah! So... Right, so what I want to add... I think maybe... Probably a cube. Or a plane. Probably a cube. Probably a cube just to start off with. And now... Okay, so I'm going to go into edit mode. Wait, so... Actually, I should have made this a bit smaller. Ah! Did I select all of it? I did, right. But yeah, no, it is funny. I don't know. I'm trying to think of other examples of shows that I feel like, or I say shows, I'm speaking more specifically along the lines of anime that felt like, in terms of their dubbing, had a strong start, and then felt like they gave up, and we're not using like anything of just like Ghost Stories just being a complete, you know, shitfest, because that was part of the joke for the dub. Because they just went along with whatever and ran away with it, and, you know, that's the reason why Ghost Stories' dub is recognizable, because of the type of shit they say for that. And then my brain is paused again. Sorry, just a moment. There we go. Right. So I've shrunk that down a bit more. I know the sword is kind of wonk, so it's not exactly, you know, the best representation for trying to sort of model everything, but I can use, I suppose, a rough approximation of things. So I'm going to take this face, I'm going to go there, Da, 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 da. But now I'm thinking, how would I do the... I feel like the only way to properly do the hilt would be to extrude up once, then extrude out along both the left and the right sides. So if I do this... Okay, not what I want. That's not what I want. And I'm also realizing that the sword's hilt is a bit too rounded. How do I subdivide? At the very least, in terms of like adding a cube, subdividing it, and then making it smooth, this is essentially how I would get, you know, get another head if I wanted to make another character. Also, the one thing that I am curious about is how in the bloody hell I'm going to... Because if we revisit, like the concepts that I did, like, of course we have the, like, the sitting, like, dragon. We've got, like, wizard, like, the brute knight and whatnot. But we have, like a baby dragon that's, like... It's not bipedal. It is a quadruped. It's not bipedal, it is a quadruped. So, the thing I'm curious about is how the hell I'm going to... Because I've never done, like, a character or an animal that's on all fours in Blender. I've only ever done, like, with the player character and this enemy character, I've only ever done characters standing on 2 legs. I've never done anything, like, on 4 legs, so that would be completely new for me. So for when I get around to it, I definitely would need to look up how to do it, just so I know how to do it properly. Anyway, it's got both selected, goddammit. Let's shrink that again. Wait. Oh yeah, shade flat just makes it look like it's default when it's brought into the into the engine, into Blender. Oh wait, no, that's not what I do in... If I wanted to move something, I put it into object mode, because if I move the geometry, it shifts it away from its origin. Or, yeah, it shifts it away, or the geometry I move away from the origin. Also, although there's going to be the break in a few minutes, I'm going to quickly take a short little break now, just because I need to quickly go sort something out. I'll be right back in a few moments. Right, that took longer than I thought it would, but I am back. Sorry about that. Now, let's see. So we were doing this. Back into edit mode. Now, I don't want to just extrude again yet. I'm going to move just to stretch it out. And see, this is already looking a bit better because it's curved rather than just, or slightly curved. The ads are starting in a few minutes. And now I want to extrude. I don't know how to flatten the... How do I flatten the... That's not what I want. Oh, that's not what I want. Try enabling the loop tools add-on in preferences. Where is edit, preferences, where are add-ons? Oh wait, why did I type add-on loop tools? So apparently I'd never enabled this. Right. Oh, I did not mean to subdivide it. Loop tools, flatten. Yeah, there we go. That's what I want. That's much better. So now I can do this. Right. Do that. Then extrude it ever so slightly. And now I want to do what I did earlier, where I take these two faces, do this, extrude, and then do that, and then... See, we're getting there. We're getting a sword. We're getting a sword. Now, I'm trying to think, because what I'd want is, I don't want the entire, like, this part of this to be the sword, because if I did that, and, like, I extrude like this, and I do that, then it's just, like, one big, like, metal rod on the stick. And I know I can shrink it down, but that doesn't look right. And the whole point is that the blade is, like, a bit more central. Anyway, ads are starting. We'll be back very shortly. Hang on tight. We'll be back soon. I have been muted this whole time for like a few minutes. God damn it. I have been talking for like a few minutes and I did not realize I was muted. Whoops. Anyway, yeah, what is beauty? This is not a philosophy question. What the fuck is... Right. New face... Oh, wait. It's new face from Edge... Right. New face from Edges. So now... We got that. And then I need to delete this face and do the exact same thing. So... Do that. Do that. New edge face from vertices. Take this. And this. New face from edges. Do this. Do this. Face from edges. And now we have... Hello! I am making a sword now. I am making a sword now for the night. Because I realized that because this thing won't be changing weapons, because it's not like a player character that picks up different weapons and stuff, this will just have one singular weapon. I'm just going to bake the sword and the shield into the character model. A sword. Sword. Right. And now... And now that I've sorted those faces out, and then extrude again, I feel like, if possible, I can collapse these inwards into a single point. Collapse. Tries to cause triangulate faces. Collapse. Ugh, that looks horrible. That collapses those in like that, and that's not what I want. Loop, cut and slide, bridge edge loops. That, okay, I am misunderstanding things. Loop tools, plan. What is curved? Okay, that's not what I want. Wait, did Bridge just turn that into a singular face? Or did it make a hole? I think it made a hole. Oh yeah, no, that made a hole in the top of the sword. Okay. I want it to be pointy. I don't want it to just be flat at the top, because that doesn't work. I think bridge edge loops. That doesn't... I already did this. New face from edge... whoops. Bisect, rotate edge. A whole... Edge slide. That doesn't do anything. Edge split. Mark scene, clear scene, mark sharp, clear sharp, unsubdivide. Wait, so if I dissolve edges. Ah! How do I do this? So, collapse faces blender. So to collapse faces, select the edit mode, then dissolve faces for collapsing into a single set. Go. Oh wait, I'm tabbed into Opera. Whoops. Collapse. It was really that easy. I didn't. Ah, god. So now, to be fair, I could tweak things now that I have that sorted. So, can't remember how to select the whole of an edge loop. Okay, right. Because I don't want it to just be like flat. I want it to like sort of poke outwards a bit and then sort of come back in at the top. So, like this. I guess I could also like take this part and flatten it a bit because it's kind of a bit. Now we have a sword. I feel like a shield is also going to be pretty easy to make, so I can kind of try and make that too while I'm at it. So go back into object mode, deselect the sword, Shift A, add a cube. Right, flatten it a bit. So it's flattened like that. And then shade for that. No, shade smooth. So this is already shade smooth. So select that, go into edit mode. Subdivide. Number of cuts, set smoothness to 1. Okay, that's what I want. Kind of. You know, except not that small. I need it to be a bit, like, more shield-like. So... But yeah, no, I'll go back into object mode, shrink it down a bit, and then we'll work our magic. It's still on edge select, not face select. But I suppose the main benefit for this bit is that I don't really need to add, like, any extra geometry. I just need to reshape it. Unless I want to add, like, extra, like, edge loops to sort of be able to reshape parts of the shield. Which, to be fair, I guess I can. But it's mostly just reshaping it. Either by sort of moving bits, or scaling it, or... Okay, that's not what I want. I guess I also want to flatten the faces here too. So loop tools, flatten. And then on the 4 edges at the top. Okay, that's not what I want. That doesn't look right. And that just moves it. I think I want vertex select for this. And then scale outwards. Never mind, that's... Okay. I think generally speaking, I need to try and flatten things a bit more. So what if I select all of these and flatten? I feel like this is a bad idea, but we're gonna find out what happens. Flatten. Okay, actually, that turned out better than I thought it would. Something tells me I am going to have to extrude, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to get the effect that I want. Select these faces here. Extrude. Okay, if I... Oh, wait, no, I did not select it properly. So, Z. And then... Now, I think that's looking pretty good. Right, so back into object mode. So now I'm... First things first, I need to see how this looks. Hmm. No, wait, on the Z. Y. So, in terms of the sword's looking good. The hilt, I feel like, could be shrunk a little bit. So... Right. Tab. That. Okay. Right, that's looking a bit better. So... let's parent it to a... Okay, so looking it up, so it is possible, like, assuming without just... Right, so... how do I find constraints? I'm not sure. How do I find I'm... oh, that's it. So at the moment, it doesn't have a target armature, bone, and I want it to be held in the right hand. So... okay, so that didn't work the way I wanted it to. I'm still in object mode, so... I also think I'm going to scale this up slightly more. And then I'm going to go back into edit mode. And I'm going to take these faces, and I'm gonna flatten them. And then let's scale them inwards. I'm gonna move them a bit inwards. Just so that it's a bit flatter on the back of the shield, as you would expect it to be. But to be fair, there's no, like, handle, now that I think about it. How would I make a quick handle? Thinking about how it would be held, it'd have to be, like, not like a horizontal one, it would have to be a vertical. It'd have to be a loop cut. And then... because I don't want the entire, like, this bit here. I only want, like, half of it. So... get through Persona in here too. I want to see what else this has. Because it is a compilation of, like, 5, like, separate videos, which were all just like... Oh, wait, this is... might be Airblade. I'm not 100% sure. So if I extrude... oh, wait, I am not tabbed into Blender. Whoopsie. Extrude on the Y. Bridge edge loops. And then I can shrink it down. Just so it at least looks like it has, like, a handle on it and it isn't just a thing that's floating there. It looks a bit flimsy. I feel like it could be a bit better, but I will change it if need be. So at the moment... Now, to cross-reference with the rat... Right, so it's action editor. Right. Okay. Right, don't save. So for when I actually do get the animations done, I can remember it is the action editor. Add a new one. It's going to be called Idle. Right. Okay, brain paused. So we have the idle state, or this isn't idle. I really should have named this better. A pose. I have the ability to just reset it. Now... Oh, gosh. Now... So if I move this down on Z, rotate on the X, set to 90, so put that there. So hard, shift select the armature, go into pose mode. Control P, bone. Just to double check. Oh, wait, no, I know now. Right, so select this. Select the armature, go into pose mode. Select the bone, which is the hand. I believe. Where is hand R? And then Control P bone. If I move this. Right, go back into object mode. Something's gone wrong. Okay, so why is this controlling both? That's not supposed to happen. This is controlling both as well. What's going on? That's supposed to control that leg. So why is it... what's gone on? What's gone wrong? Right. Layout. What has gone wrong? Right. Right, so that's That's not right. So that's doing that. That's not working as it should. That's rotating that. That's... why? That should not... no. What is going on? I'm trying to think. It's... Let me think. That's not supposed to control both. For some reason that's controlling both of those, and that's not right. So, back into object mode. Pose mode. So weird. Because that is somehow controlling both arms. And that is controlling that, but it's not influencing the mesh. Or... what the fuck? So it's influencing the mesh, but it's not influencing the bones. Yet this is influencing the bones, but they aren't influencing the mesh. I don't know what happened here. This is weird. This is very weird. And if I, like, let me try looking at... so this controls the bones, but doesn't influence the mesh. But this controls the mesh, but doesn't influence... I'm wondering if this was because of what I did with the mirror modifier. I have to wonder. I mean, it probably isn't. It might be. But I don't know if that means I need to redo the weight painting, or if I... or I need to redo everything with the rig. Dear God, I hope not. Because then I need to find the tutorial that I used last time, and I would probably rather do that off stream rather than just do it all on stream again. I think it might actually be that. It might be because of where I was trying to sort things out with the bends and the limbs. So... yeah. So, finished the texturing, we made the sword and the shield. We haven't done any texturing on the sword and the shield yet. And we've discovered a new issue with the bloody skeleton and the bloody weight painting. Ah! Anyway, I'm going to call things there for today because I need to plan out how to sort this issue out. But yes, to people who showed up, and to people watching things back on the VOD, whether it's here on Twitch or on YouTube, depending on when you're watching this, thank you ever so much for being here. I really appreciate it. We'll be back again next Friday. Hopefully, by then, I'll have sorted this out. If not, we'll be doing part of this on stream. But yes. Oh, hi Flairton. You're welcome. And, yep, thanks again for being here. Really appreciate it. And as always, I'll see you all again in the very next one. So until then, please take care of yourselves and